What are the primary internal political challenges faced by the Syrian government today, and how are those shaping its governance strategies, sir?
Thank you for having me, Rana.
It's our utmost pleasure, sir.
Right now, Syria is facing a very acute period of its history, and its destiny and its future will be determined by a sound political transition. And that explains why the United Nations Security Council and all the international and regional actors are very focused on establishing an orderly transition that takes into account the aspirations of all segments of Syrian society and the Syrian political spectrum. However, there are concerns that this might not be the case at the moment. The current transitional government was unilaterally appointed by Ahmed al-Shara, also known as Abu Mohamed al-Julani, and Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, his political faction or his armed faction that came to power through force after the fall of the Assad regime. And this new transitional government is completely dominated by Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, HTS, and is headed by one of its members. And also, they have decided to appoint an assembly or a committee to amend the current Syrian constitution. And of course, to my knowledge and to everyone's knowledge, this is not being done in consultation with any other Syrian actors. And this raises significant concerns because the focus of the entire political transition has to determine a certain constitutional framework that is reached through consensus to govern Syria through in the coming years, and also the rebuilding and the rehabilitation of state institutions. And we do not see that happening anytime soon in the current polarized circumstances within Syria itself. And also, elections have to be held in which all of Syria's political forces can participate and have a fair chance in running and gaining representation, and as well the representation of the ethnic and religious minorities. These are very strong challenges, and it does not seem that the new government in Syria is focusing on tackling them. And the transition they are putting in place, which is a bit dubious and foggy at the moment, does not have any clear signs of being inclusive or overreaching across the entire diverse political and societal spectrum of Syria itself. And I think that the United Nations and the Arab League and the regional powers like Turkey and Jordan and Syria and Iraq have to encourage the current government to pursue this trajectory that will prevent Syria from descending into any potential internal conflict again in the future.